Page 196. We're going to do number 34 to start, okay?
34.
Yeah. She's telling me how
Mastering problems.
I did not do the unit breakdown of this yet, so hopefully I do not look like an idiot.
Hey, Mr. Hall.
Yo.
Me and Molly Ellis will not be here tomorrow. We have social there.
And I won't be here Wednesday.
Thank you. And
I'll be here.
Did for some
I'm
reasons.
so excited, Taylor. God.
I have to take my mama to the
For
doctor.
some reasons, I will be down.
You're fine. Alright, so in this, number 34 reads, Jupiter is 5.2 times farther from the sun than Earth is. Find the length of Jupiter's orbital period in Earth years. So we're trying to find how long it takes for Jupiter to make one full orbital path around the sun. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you in this. We're going to do the simplest way and simplest setup in my opinion. Okay? Simplest one is going back to that equation of a period.
Period.
T,
That's on period.
capital T, is equal to 2 pi.
I don't know what it means, so ha.
Parker Cook, come to the office. Parker Cook, come to the office.
Don't ever say that. Don't ever. Like, I have no idea what it means. Hi in your face, because then they explain it to you. You're like,
Full talk.
you never ask. Like, don't ever ask.
I don't know. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, not in some cases. Sometimes men just don't need that knowledge. Alright, so square root of in this, it's going to be the radius cube. Now that radius, this is the thing that I want to stress with you guys on this. You have to know what you're looking for, okay? Because you have the average radius, and that's like how thick the world is. I mean, if that makes sense.
That makes,
As soon as I said
that makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. I don't
From like the middle of the earth to the outside.
Hey, you have a ball. Here's this ball.
Square.
It's
How thick is this ball?
Please never say that again.
That's big like
Why did you
It's from the center
ball?
to like the wall of the ball.
Ball is elected.
So you get this radius, which honestly the radius goes all the way around so you find how thick the ball is.
What? The radius
Please
is
don't.
what?
Okay, that's the radius. This is the radius.
Oh.
That's the radius.
I don't know. I thought it was this class. No, you said the radius goes all the way around. I was like, no, that's
Called
the
center
circumference.
plane.
It's the same all the way around in terms of center point. Sorry.
That's my next tweet. No, that's not
Uncomfortable.
This is your PTSD coming?
You don't
I just act like I'm.
I'm writing my equation.
Alright, so then it's got the radius cubed and it's divided by the capital G, the gravitational constant, times the mass.
the T in period.
And that mass is the mass of the object that is causing the gravitational push.
That's square root, right?
Yes. So that gravitational pull. In this case, we're talking Jupiter, so what makes Jupiter go around in a path?
Gravity.
From what object is making that gravity? The sun.
Sun.
What? Do-do-do-do.
I was gonna buy you a shirt.
I'm on the bottom side today. I don't feel good.
It said English is important, but physics is important, and Mom was like, no, he'd get mad at that.
Oh,
No, we
That's
wouldn't.
still in senior quote, except it says school is important, but muscles are important.
Poor Dylan wearing his Christmas tree hoodie.
Dylan, I think it's a lovely hood.
Aw, it's so
My
sweet.
mommy got it for
I
me.
think it's like the one sweet thing I've heard Taylor say.
You say that every time I say something nice.
Oh my God, why
What
don't
you
you
say
say
that
it?
And God said, and then there was lies.
I didn't know that
Ball?
man saw.
Mr. Hall.
What?
I think you would
Wait
like
a
this,
minute,
Mr. Hall.
wait, it's been a very slow day, what's happening?
Hey, Mr. Hall, look at this picture. I don't know if you definitely understand it, probably, but.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm always Alright, so on this, okay, now pretty much it's just from here we're going to plug this information in, but from it you got to understand the information that you're looking for. So this radius that we're talking about here, that's actually the average distance from the sun. There we go, get my finger in the right spot. Because that's the radius of the orbital path.
Oh, so where it says average radius, that's not. Oh, I'm just going.
Yeah, that average radius here, that's how.
The radius.
I don't know what you want me to say, like.
It's like the radius of Jupiter.
It's kind of like a piece. You
Why
got
did
a
you get an
pie.
accent?
You got you a beautiful peanut butter pie. Oh yeah.
Peanut butter.
We're talking about peanut butter.
Sure, pizza. Let's go with a pizza. All right. So you know how like you get you a pizza. Here's just a pizza. And so you get in there and it's like, you know, you got your person that just bakes your pizza and it's like now we got to cut it in slices and they're like, yeah. Yeah. It don't fit what we're talking today.
It's
God.
the middle.
That's, yeah, that's.
All right, this area.
That's not a way.
I'm not an art teacher. Guys.
Sorry, the piece of pepperoni's covering up the center point right there where all those lines are clearly red. Yeah, sure, whatever. So in this,
Let's see.
y'all know what that's there for?
They keep it sinking.
No, they keep the. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the box don't
Yeah, so
like
the
fall
box
down on
doesn't,
them and pull the toppings. Yeah, on that one there. So,
Yeah,
so this point here, from here, all the way out on all these circles are the radius. So the radius.
That's better explained instead of saying the radius goes all the way around.
Hey, okay, thanks, Ray.
You're welcome, Mr. Hall. I have a quick question before you guys move on. You know, I think it's Little Caesars, and it says, wait, it says, does it say pizza, pizza, or piece of pizza?
Nobody up Pizza's the Hut.
You know, that's a good question. I always said pizza, pizza.
So that's what we're talking about here. Alright.
Gravity.
And then
So the radius we're looking at in this case is the average distance from the sun because we're talking about the period, which is the orbital path that is taken. So in this case,
So when would we need like the radius of Jupiter? Like what kind of problem will we have? Because we're looking for T and I
like you're
get
trying to
why.
find gravity.
Okay, so if it says period, I use the average distance from the sun.
What are you looking for?
An E or?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So for this period, is there an E in the periodic table?
It's not just a simple.
Or
Alright, so in this case, we got the radius of the orbital path of Jupiter. So the radius of the orbital path of Jupiter is equal to, I go to Jupiter, I get 7.78 times 10 to the 11th, and that's in meters. This is the part where when we get to have a lot of fun and everybody's going to raise the questions. This is going to be interesting. So the period is equal to 2 pi
Where does the 5.2
times square root of 7.78 times 10 to the 11th meters. That whole thing is cubed. Divided by the gravitational constant, big G. 6.67 times 10 negative 11. And that is newtons. Man, where'd What's better, man?
Newtons times mass squared over kilograms squared.
Meter squared.
Meters squared. What is that?
Newtons times meter squared all over kilogram squared.
Yeah, you know what I was saying.
I got you. Times the mass of the sun, which is on our handy dandy table here. You find the sun, go over to the mass. So it's 1.99 times 10 to the 30.
I know, it's too small. Gravity.
Zoom in, man.
oh, I found it.
Thank you.
So much paper.
It's okay.
Still can't say I'm on.
So ultimately, this is the problem we're looking at.
Now, what unit is T? Like, what unit is T in? Like, when you find the answer to T, what unit should it be?
And this is the lovely thing, and this is why the questions are going to come up. Seconds.
But it's not time. It's period.
Is the period like the time it takes to?
Yeah.
Like a time period.
Okay, that makes sense.
So a period
Not really.
of time. I
Period.
vote that we start turning everything into minutes. That's just my vote.
That's just my first
That's
one.
complete bullshit.
So this
No one
will,
takes
this
it
will be
seriously.
8 minutes.
Wait, where did we get?
I'm still
Oh.
thinking about a piece, like
So we
a
do
piece,
math.
just a single piece of
We
pepperoni.
left one fucking second.
I got a question.
Why'd you put 1.9?
Did you-
When you were
Yeah, it is.
When you were,
It's the mass of the sun.
Oh, the sun. Okay, that's what I was.
Just solve the problem.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that object that's making gravity happen.
Okay.
Like if we were talking on, if we were on the surface of Jupiter and then we were trying to find like, yeah, then it's going to be you're going to take the mass of Jupiter and make it.
you know the song by Gloria Gaynor that's like, I Will Survive? You know that song? You know how people, you know how in middle school girls were like, we're to go to Jupiter to get more stupider. I saw a TikTok of a girl saying that, and then the part of that song was like, and so come back from outer space. Came on. Oh, that was funny.
That is funny.
That's what
All right, so
reminded
this is
me
what
of.
I get. I get 374,248,276.2 seconds.
That'd be number.
All right. So in this, here's what. I want you to see. So you can see my calculator. I don't want you to see all that yet. So this is what I got kind of put in there.
Whoa. Sir, I cannot see.
Sorry. So 2 pi squared. I know I go parentheses crazy, but it keeps me from getting wrong answers. Normally.
Processing.
So you get that. Now this is the thing. We're in seconds and it wants it in Earth years. So how many, this is the thing that gets really, really fun. It's like conversions on steroids. So this is what you gotta look at. You're in seconds. We want to get rid of seconds, so seconds are going to go on the bottom. Okay, we need to get into minutes. There's 60 seconds in a minute. That cancels seconds. Now we got to get rid of minutes. So we're trying to get to hours.
This is what I'm doing in Trig.
Doing time conversions? Cool.
No, it's a song.
Why are you so hateful to me today?
He said it was cold.
This one! The tone! It's the tone deal.
It's not the tone. I
Because
think
you've been mean to me today. You've been making fun of me. Don't say anything.
Why did you get that?
Same things as like you're singing over that one.
Oh God.
He's gonna listen to this later and get mad.
Yes, for sure. Mary's gonna listen to it and be like, God, they're so cute.
My wife never
How'd
listens.
you put?
Did you hear what I
Can't really
said?
blame her.
How'd you put that in? Oh, it's a square root of the whole thing. That's why I did it. Come on.
Alright, oh, well, I need to back this thing out now.
But no, it's okay.
Alright, so minutes cancel, got me to hours. Now I need to get to days. 24 hours in a day. After that,
We have to go to weeks, or can we just go to?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Adios.
I am once again asking you to please slow down.
what just happened?
Johnny said slow down.
Jesus, Bernie Sanders.
Raise your
I
hand.
am once again.
I'm once again asking you to please slow down, Mr. Earl.
Raise your hand if you feel personally.
No, I looked away for approximately 2 seconds, and when I looked back up there, the whole page was full.
Yeah, there was parentheses. Where was
Parentheses.
parentheses?
Alright, let me finish writing down my conversion and then I'll
Karen, what's
I'll work
this?
Alright, so I'm in
Well, we can.
hours are canceled, now I'm in days, and I need to get to years. So there's 365 days in a year. Before anybody says anything, I know there's 366 days this year. I know it's leave year. Who cares? We're doing 365 because that's the average. Is what we're looking at. Don't
Okay, I
ask me
have a
about it.
question. So you know how on, well, this is totally not related, but you're gonna hear it anyways. You know how on, well, how on Facebook they have like the memories where like it pops up like 1 year today. How's that gonna work? Because it's more than a year.
Because you're looking at the set date.
But what about the extra day?
Yeah.
Why just put them on March 1st?
What about?
Isn't every
every
year
day
goes
thing
out
off?
365?
Well, 365 days after February 29th.
All our phones are gonna glitch out.
Alright, anyway, so pretty much like
Leap years have happened.
make sure you can get this number because it's crucially important that you can punch that in the calculator properly to get to this number.
Should that always be excessively long?
Yes, just think about it. How long
So
does
if I
it take?
get a decimal, that's wrong.
Yes.
Just making sure.
What you need to think about is this is going to be in seconds, and how long is it taking for this thing to travel around?
Tuesday.
So the situation you're given, okay, how long do you think Jupiter's going to be traveling around? It's not going to be like point something seconds, because if that's true, Jupiter going real fast. It's like the Flash fast. I mean, he going zoom fast.
At least 1 second.
I can't give that answer.
How
That's
fast do you
not
think
wrong.
that's going at least?
All right, this is my thing.
I might be really wrong.
You guys, hear me out here, okay? Try this out.
I did it.
I promise I'll shut up for the remainder.
All right, hold on. Hear me out here, okay? Work it how I work it. Try my way for once, okay? You weird punch numbers in before we move the formula around. We're gonna put 2 pi. And I actually put the pi.
forgot to times it by 2. I'm so stupid.
I'll see if that fixes it.
Oh my gosh. My problem was that I forgot to divide and
All right.
then square root.
2 pi, and then I'm going to go to square root, and I'm going to hit parentheses. Now, this is for my numerator. No, this is to enclose the whole thing in, so then I'm going to hit parentheses again. That parentheses is for my numerator. Then I'm going to hit parentheses again, because that's for my exponential number that I'm getting ready to punch in that's going to go in my numerator. I know that's a whole lot of information, and you're probably like, what did you just say?
I feel nauseous.
So so
It'd
my calculator puts up a parentheses automatically whenever you hit parentheses or square root.
Yeah, that's fine.
So should I have 4 parentheses?
No, 3.
It looks like I sneezed.
Because this is what I'm going to do. You see this number here where it's an exponential? Anytime I'm dealing with an exponential number, I always put it in parentheses so that nothing gets messed up. So like in this case, I'm going to type it in 7.78 second E to the 11th. Then I'm going to close the parentheses off. When I close those parentheses off, that's closing my exponential number, okay? Then I'm going to cube it. Now this is the key. You see where the little arrow thingy is like really small right next to the 3? I don't need it there now. I need it on over. So I'm going to hit the arrow key, the cursor key here, to where it drops back down to make it a big thing. But you love my scientific terminology.
Yup.
Okay, now I have my numerator complete. So now I hit parentheses and close it off. Now that's just the numerator. Now I got to deal with my denominator. So I'm going to hit division. Divide. Now I hit parentheses. That parentheses is to enclose my denominator. But when you look here, I have an exponential value that's going to go in here. So I hit parentheses again. Then I type this exponential value in. It's 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11. I close the parentheses. That's closing that number. Then it's being multiplied, so times. I have another exponential number. So, therefore, we're going to use another parentheses. 1.99 times 10 to the 30. In
If I could have your
parentheses.
attention, please. First of all, any softball players that haven't picked up your bingo tickets, you can come to the office and get those.
That closes.
Also, a reminder to the tennis members for Miss Gina. Please bring your fundraiser contributions tomorrow to her in room 1025. And I have a really important bus announcement that I need everybody to listen to. Glen Fort kids that ride Sissy or Steve Harvey will ride Cindy Lambert's bus 140 today. That's Glen Fort kids that ride Sissy or Steve Harvey will ride 140 Cindy Lambert. Now, Cindy Lambert does not park out front. She parks out back. So make sure you go out back to get on that bus.
Okay, so that last parentheses, it literally closes off just that exponential value I typed in. So I have to hit another parentheses. That parentheses closes my denominator. Then I have to hit another parentheses, and that closes up everything that is under my square root, which is why you see the parentheses grow to make it bigger.
Jacob, call to the office. Jacob,
Then
call.
hit enter.
Point.
Okay.
And then you get 374,248,276.2 seconds. Then this is what we have to do now. We got to get all this. Everything that's in the denominator, you're going to divide it by. So divide by 60, divide by 60, divide by 24, divide by 365. And we find it to be, we literally just did really big. So this is equal to 11.8673 years.
So what you're saying is that I wasn't wrong when I said at least 1 second.
It's wrong.
At least 1 second.
Yeah, I like whenever it's out loud.
1-800 9-5
Catch now.
6.
It's my money, now.
25990.
Gravitational constant times mass 1 times mass 2 all over the radius between the two. So in this case, we're going to be looking at the gravitational constant, which is 6.67 times 10 to the negative 11
All his videos is like,
Newtons.
write that down, write that down.
Why are we going so fast? Wait, where are the
Single blonde.
what are the masses?
I will
Yeah, very
come
cool.
to Sweden to visit
Is it the
you.
mass of Jupiter?
Sharon Stacy, Aaron Halsey, and the rest come to the office.
I ain't ready to write that, so let's write it down here.
In the morning, so he could have
You can leave it there, you don't have to move it.
What is Jupiter's mass?
Is it kilograms squared or just kilograms?
1.90 times 10 to the 27.
Alright, so mass 1, we're going to do the mass of the sun first. So I'm going to do 1.99 times 10, 30 kilograms. Times mass of Saturn, or is it Jupiter? What are we
We
doing?
use the Jupiter. Are we using the radius of the sun or Jupiter?
We're using the distance from the
Well,
Sun
yeah, that's
to
what I
Jupiter.
meant. Yeah, that-
Yes. So Jupiter is 1.9 times 10, 27 kilograms. Gosh, they're fat. All divided by the radius, which is the distance from Jupiter to the Sun, which is 7.78 times 10 to the 11 meters, and that's going to be the whole quantity squared. I feel like a lot of this is just taking time to put stuff in calculators.
I love it.
Really.
What are you doing, Dylan?
I'm looking at this.
I have a funny story to tell later.
Maybe
My
later,
story right now would be
we're about to go.
About that by
So what do we have to solve for?
gravitational force.
That it?
okay. I was trying to know.
Alright, let's see if I got that right.
That's what I got.
I didn't even try. I'm fed up with this calculator.
Is it in meters per second? Or
That's
newtons?
that's
I love how Leslie just entered the I don't
Yeah.
really know what FMG is.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know it's like force of gravity, but I don't know if it's force or gravity.
Do the unit breakdown.
Is that the answer?
No, Mr. Hall.
Oh! Everything changes now.
Yeah,
Because we got
yeah,
this
get it,
number
get it,
of 4.16.
We're doing
Oh, gotcha.
You can tell it to the office.
Tim, let's go to third.
Is it meters per second squared or newtons?
And we're going to need some units here, so we're going to do this unit breakdown. So this unit breakdown here.
Why are we doing that? It's meters
Because
per
I asked
second.
the question.
Squared. Thanks, Taylor.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll
be here all week.
Times kilogram.
Boy, is it meters per second squared?
All over meters squared.
It is.
Kilograms cancel.
Yeah, it's meters.
Leaves me with the newtons times meter squared all over meter squared, which divides out meter squared, leaves me with newtons.
How's it
Which is force.
Oh, force
of gravity. How fun.
I wish I was.
Well, when it